Alright, good afternoon and welcome back to my F1 2017 career mode. I'm going to do that intro again. Good afternoon everybody, and it's welcome... Right, third time lucky. Good afternoon everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 2017 career mode. Wow, I made a dog's dinner of that intro. We are at round 2 in China, and... yeah, without further ado, let's go straight to track for one shot qualifying. I am using an increased downforce setup for this circuit due to the sweeping fast corners, because there's a lot of them. I may lose out on the straights, but this is a chance I'm willing to take. Right, I do not like this corner whatsoever, but we are going to absolutely smash it here, and to be honest, we have. So anyone who hasn't seen the Australia race, I recommend that you go back and do so. If you haven't, just a caution, there is a spoiler alert going in play now. So Sebastian Vettel took the first win at Australia, with me finishing second just behind him. And it was quite eventful, to be honest. We got up to 4th at the start from 6th on the grid, and we had Hamilton having car issues, and we managed to fight our way through quite nicely in the end to get P2, so that really helped us out. But we're now here at China, and I'm hoping to best it. But so far this lap, again, Vettel just absolutely flying in qualifying. So he's going to be very tricky to beat, and I think especially now we're on the straight, we're not really going to gain much time. So it's been a shaky lap, you know. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. Going to activate the DRS and just hope that out of the last sector we can gain perhaps just a little bit more. It's not where we would have wanted to be on the grid again. We're looking at potentially P5, although that hairpin wasn't great through the hairpin, so let's just throw it in here, and we've gone a bit wide there. We've exceeded track limits and gained a position from it, so we're P4. But Vettel once again on the pole. Apologies for that very brief intermission, I just had to let the cat out. But yes, my exceeding of track limits has kind of gained me a position there. I'm a little bit naughty for that. But look at the gap between me and Vettel, it is a whole second. So there is time to be gained there. And if you'll just excuse me one moment, I am just going to be taking my inhaler. If I can find it. It should be in my pocket. I think we found one. Nope, that's not my... There we go. Yeah, just bear with me 1 second. Okay, apologies for that. Right then, let's go straight to the race. It's been a bit of a shaky qualifying, but we're going to see what we can do. We're in P4, so again, not the qualifying we want, but I feel we can be competitive in the race. You know, I'm confident after Australia that our pace in race trim should be that little bit better, and we've got a nice dry race for proceedings here. I'm sorry I didn't get to look at the grid, but yeah, I might try something here, you know. I might try something here. Get a cheeky little undercut, perhaps, because it's worth quite a lot round here if you can make the undercut work. Round here in particular, it is worth quite a lot. Right then, without further delay, let's get this race started. 14 laps. Lights out, and away we go. Hamilton doesn't get away very well, but it's Verstappen on my right that's got a good start, so I've kind of got to cover him. And there's the Red Bull on my left that's got away beautifully. I'm going to try and get Hamilton down the inside here. That has worked a treat, but he's still on my left. Giving him the space, He's still there, he's still nudging me. And this is wheel to wheel with Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton really trying to move across on me here, but we've got the inside, and we're going to slot in just behind Valtteri Bottas. Some brave wheel-to-wheel action straight off the bat here on the first lap of this Chinese Grand Prix. We are going all out here, and this time we are closer to the front than we were in Melbourne, so just got to try and keep with it in this opening lap, because getting closer later is going to be harder. But Lewis is not willing to give me a break. Lewis, in fact, is all over my rear, so let's just try and keep it steady for the first lap while we attempt to at least race the front guys. Vettel's already half gone, so we really need to get on it. I wish we had overtake mode in this game, because I feel like right now my finger would just be blasted on that button. Right, down the straight. Vettel, Bottas, Hamilton. Perhaps getting close enough to have a cheeky look, but not quite there. So, top three again as we come to the end of the first lap. Bottas going for a very tight entry to the corner. It's almost kind of thrown me off a bit here. Vettel getting the fastest lap. Then it's Bottas and myself, but I am shedding these tyres as soon as possible because I am going for the undercut. And if you can make it work round here, it is worth a lot. Right, we're about to keep Bottas very busy here. This is my next target, keeping Bottas as busy as possible. Although Hamilton seems to be set on keeping me very busy. And in fact, he's having a look, I think. I don't think he's quite close enough to make it work. But he's definitely there to give me some grief. But the front two, as you can see, are already starting to clear. So I kind of think that if I need to make this undercut work, because the front two are getting clear. We've got wide. Hamilton having a cheeky little look, but that just gets shut down straight away. And you can see the front two are just disappearing on me here, so we've really got to keep this fight up. We've really got to hope this undercut works, because the front two are gone. They're just gone. And if anything, we've got more problems from Lewis Hamilton than we have getting after these two. So we're going to keep pushing. We're not going to get discouraged just yet. I still believe there is a race win on the cards here. Hamilton's coming straight at me now. Going to have to try and cover. I've given him space. I don't think he's quite close enough to make the move, but if we lock up like that and go wide like that, that's not going to help. Hamilton, I think, going wide in sympathy there, but already fighting Lewis, costing us time. And Vettel's just done a 37.1. Look at that, we're 9/10 off. And I think fighting other drivers just not helping us in that instance. So I'm very much looking to the undercut now, if we can get it, to try and help propel us ahead of Bottas. Well, it looks like Bottas is on for giving Vettel some grief here. So I don't know, don't write out Valtteri Bottas yet. That Mercedes is looking fast. And if anything, I think Vettel's kind of starting to hold him up a little bit now. So if these two get racing, that's good for me. Especially with me pitting next lap to try and get a cheeky little undercut on these two. So let's just see how this unfolds, because I reckon these two could start battling and it could start bringing me back into this. And Vettel just doesn't appear to have the out-and-out pace at the moment, especially with Bottas catching him the way he is. So this is going to be one that's very curious to see how it unfolds. Right, lap 3, and we're doing a better lap this lap. Boy, that was a moment there, but unfortunately now Hamilton is going to have DRS on us. So once again, I don't really want to get too caught up fighting Hamilton here. He doesn't look that close to me. I'm going to try and break the toe so that he doesn't have it, and in fact he's not got the toe. But interestingly enough, in front of me, I think that's Bottas going for the lead. Hamilton's going for me. I'm getting back towards the racing line here. Vettel has lost the lead. Valtteri Bottas is now your leader. So that's not going great for Vettel, but they're still battling here. And in fact, Vettel might just still be in the DRS, and he might be able to cause Valtteri just a little bit of a headache, as Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap and he's right behind me. That is not what you want to see. You do not want to see Lewis Hamilton setting the fastest lap when he is right behind you, determined to take a position. And look at these two now. These two are backing me and Lewis right up into this. We're all sort of concertinaing towards each other here. I'm having to keep an eye on Hamilton, but the joke's on them because I'm intending to pit this lap. So And I'm hoping that works. I'm hoping I don't just end up in a Sauber train. It's a little bit wide through there, but that's giving me a good exit. And Jolyon Palmer is out of the race. Ooh, will there be a safety car? Or a VSC? Either one of those would work brilliantly for me right now, because I can pit. And I tell you what, I'm getting very close to Vettel. Am I within his DRS? Yes, I am. I tell you what, I'm about to give Vettel a bit of hassle here in P2, but I don't really want to be wasting too much energy on this because I'm intending to pit. So, are we close enough to make the lunge? If so, do we go for it? Where are we? I think we're going to be covering Lewis Hamilton again, but our DRS helping us. But I've got a nice little toe from Vettel, and that should help me defend Hamilton, and it does. Ah! Well, that turned into an accidental overtake, but it worked. That turned into an accidental overtake through very late braking. But I have other intentions here. I'm diving into the pits. So, crazy race so far, and I am making my way into the pits for a set of soft tyres to take me to the end of the race. We need a good faultless stop here, and that is what we've got. I hope those Saubers get very clear of me. And yeah, we actually have got a pretty decent bit of clear track here, so on we go. Oh my god, we've got so much grip. Right, onwards we go for the rest of this race then. Let's get ourselves into the rhythm here. And yeah, I got so caught up trying to defend Lewis Hamilton that when I braked as late as I did, that had to become a very late overtaking move, otherwise I would have gone straight into the back of my teammate. I mean, Ferrari teammates colliding after the last couple of seasons, not a complete unknown, but we'd rather avoid it if we can. Right, so we've had a nice clear lap here, and we're just going to try and make the most of it, but the problem is we've got Marcus Ericsson in our close vicinity who could end up being a potential problem here, so I need to hope this undercut works. And also my other hope is that these tyres will make the end, and in fact looking at the percentages, they should be fine. They should be very fine. It's definitely a decision worth taking around here if you think you can make the tyres go to the end. Just getting that early undercut, it gives you an advantage, and in fact we've got 2 laps on the leaders, so oh god, which is just as well considering what I've done in that corner. But now we've got the Saubers to deal with. Hopefully they won't be too problematic. I was kind of hoping one of them would just throw it in the pits there. We need to sort out our line around that corner though, because I keep going wide and off the circuit. Oh, be quiet, Jeff, I'm focusing. Right, I need to get past these Saubers as quickly as humanly possible, because this is going into holding me up territory here. We've got Marcus Ericsson first. I obviously need to get past him without ploughing into their line. Should be able to get him here. In fact, that's the move done. Yes, it is. Ericsson just pretty much diving out of the way there as you would in a Sauber. And their line, I think, should be easy enough. I'm going to take a bit of a favoured line here for overtaking. And you know what? That has worked a treat. Look at that. I love that overtake. Only seems to work on the AI, annoyingly. Like, I've tried to overtake other online racers around there, and that's just ended in a collision, so if you're going to go for it, you've got to absolutely be sure you can make it 100% work. But now we're starting to... We've got some clear air now. I'm not worried about the Saubers behind me. I'm just focusing on getting in front of the cars that are pitting. Right, we need to go down to standard mix now. I think we've gone as quick as we can. Hopefully, this will be enough. This is going to be so close. I know Vettel's coming into the pits. I know Bottas is coming to the pits. Quite a few cars coming into the pits. And I'll tell you what, if they come out just behind this traffic, this is going to work for me. Where are they in the pits? Where are they? Have we jumped them? I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Both Hamilton and Vettel we have jumped in the pits. So that is a crucial moment in this Grand Prix. And where is Bottas? That is my next big question. Bottas staying out another lap. That could prove to be a regrettable decision on his part. But look at that. We are ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And now we've got Lance Stroll and Stoffel Van Dorn in our sights. And we want to get past these as soon as possible. Hamilton is on softs then. I believe Vettel will be on the same tyre. Can't make the overtake that we normally do there work, but I tell you what, we have a nice bit of tow on Van Dorn and Stroll. I don't know if it's worth going for an overtake there. No, in fact, we've got to. I think it's probably wise to knock the car into lead mix while we're in this section of the circuit. And now we can knock it back into standard. And I tell you what, Hamilton's right there, and I kind of want to have a cheeky. That was never going to work. Right, we've got to get a move on now because Hamilton is closing us both up. And the last thing I need is Hamilton there. This could be a race-long fight to the end with Hamilton. But meanwhile, our immediate target is Lance Stroll. And I think we should be able to do it here. In fact, we have done it there. And hopefully that will back Hamilton up just a little bit. And we'll go into lead mix for this part of the circuit. In fact, more cars in the pit. Annoyingly, so is Stroll. But we've got a nice free bit of DRS here. Now, where is Bottas? Is that Bottas coming out of the pits? I think Bottas has just got us, but we're going to be up to speed. Bottas isn't, so we've kind of got to do it. It's now or never, up the inside, and we've done it! Straight up the inside of Valtteri Bottas and into the lead there. What an overtake. Taking advantage of Valtteri not being up to speed, but now this is the issue. We have got the two Mercedes putting me under pressure for the duration of this race now. And it's a race that still has half of it to go. This is going to be tough. Oh. Shanghai once again proving a race of tactical battle. And once again being that, like I said, the aforementioned race of a tactical variety. Usually we see that in China, it being all about strategy, and it has happened again. But now both Mercedes are within this DRS range. Oh God, I don't know what to do here. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. How the hell am I going to keep both of them behind me? Right, I'm looking back at Bottas. He's my immediate threat. And I don't think he's quite close enough yet. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's going up the inside. We're going to he's getting it done. We're going to try and hold it around the outside. And he's just not there, is he? He just wasn't quite there. The move wasn't quite on, and we were able to keep him back. So we go into another lap, having kept the Mercedes behind us. And Bottas didn't get the best run out in the last corner, so we're pretty safe for now. But we're into another lap. It's not over yet. We've got 6 of these laps to go, and we've got to hold the 2 silver angry arrows behind us of the Mercedes. And Bottas, may I also add, is on tyres that are 3 laps younger. We've got to cover him a little bit there. He was going to go for it there, so we just got to cover a little bit. And I tell you what, I am having to work hard here to keep these Mercs behind me. It's a terrifying sight when I've got both of them there. Now I know how Leclerc felt in Monza 2019, but we're going to give it everything. We are going to go for bold here. This is all or nothing. Second race of the season. I want the win. Right, dipping it on the grass there. Look at this, Bottas having a look already. We're having to cover here, which is never a good sign. And, oh God. I'm not a particular fan of this corner either. So, right, rich mix for the straight. Unfortunately, this is where my higher downforce just isn't working. I'm cutting the toe off of Bottas until he gets there. Now we're going to cut him off. We're going to go for the inside, make the defensive move. And we've got him covered. Now Hamilton's coming around the outside, but that's just not going to work out at all. But Lewis has got past Valtteri and all of that. So, we spent our time covering Bottas. Now we've got to cover Hamilton, but we're safe for one more lap. Oh God, I don't know if I can do this. Team Mercedes right behind me with 5 more laps. How do I do this? Those cars are ridiculously OP. But I'm not here to finish second or third. I am here to win. Hamilton's going to probably make him go for it here, but I'm not having any of that. None of that. Lewis, you can just stay behind me if you don't mind. Thank you very much. And Vettel's starting to catch up this battle as well, so... Hey Lewis, you remember those car issues you had in Australia? Could you possibly have them again, please? Because I don't like you being right behind me. There's one driver you don't want right behind you. It's Lewis Hamilton. He's the driver that can sniff a win out of nothing. Here he comes. I'm having to defend already, look. Such as Lewis's attack, and this could be trouble. This could be deep trouble here. Which one do I cover? Once again, going into Rich Mix for the straight, trying to cut off the toe, but Lewis will just get the DRS. He's already getting it. He's already going through the inside. He's got the inside. Can I just go for the very inside of the corner and try and outbrake him? Yes, yes. Does the car slow down in time? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I've caught Bottas. Hamilton getting through into the lead, and he has got me. I think I've got stuck on someone's car, or I just locked up badly there. But that is Lewis Hamilton ahead of me now. And now we've got to try and find a way back through. But I think Hamilton is just going to go, and Bottas having a look down the inside. We're having to cover Bottas as well. And Lewis just way too quick for me there. I couldn't have done anything more to really keep him back. It's just he got through and then he was gone. So the only thing I can do is try and stay with him now until the DRS. But Lewis is gone. And I think at this point he's just going to pull away as Nico Hülkenberg drops out of the race. Not really a major development there. Oh, I've gone wide. And that is Lewis gone, I'm afraid. I've gone wide again, and that's going to put Bottas on me. I'm having to cover. And, well, the Mercedes are just... they're just so quick round here. I just can't keep up. Lewis is gone. Now I've got Bottas all over me. We're giving it everything to try and stay ahead. And we're now running into dangerous fuel territory here, so I'm going to have to run lean for most of the next lap. Bottas is going to have a look. We're just going to cut him off. He's got the inside. He's got space if he wants to utilise it, but he just doesn't. And that's us covered for another lap, I think. We need to get into lean mix and start saving fuel and focus on trying to keep P2. And that's where Hülkenberg has stopped. We're now going to cover Bottas again, who's going around the outside. Bottas, I think, has got me on the outside there. We've gone wide. We've got into him. There's contact with me and Bottas, but I think we have just kept the position by understeering into him. Lewis at this point has gone. He has bolted up the road. Has that Mercedes. And this is a difficult race now, because now we've got to save fuel and keep two other cars behind us. Whew. This is an intense one. I really need to try and hope that we can hold on to P2 here. I really wanted the win. I was really fighting hard for the win, but inevitably Lewis Hamilton got past me. Right, let's try and focus now on P2. Bottas is going to come at me down this straight, I'm pretty sure of it. We've saved enough fuel to go for Rich Mix here. Just keeping an eye on where Bottas is going. He's going to go for the inside for sure. We're going to just cut him off a little bit there, make it that little bit harder for him. He's going to go for the inside, but I think we've managed to just break him. We've gone very deep into the corner, and that's not going to do us any favours whatsoever.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Now we're backing up Bottas and Vettel. We obviously need to cut off the opportunity of Bottas going for it around this corner. We're just going to slyly take the racing line so that he can't do anything there, and that has actually worked out quite nicely for us. Lewis has gone. Lewis has bolted down the road. He doesn't want any part of this battle. Mercedes just round here having the much better car. As we try and hold on to second, and I think Vettel's getting a little bit frustrated behind Bottas now. He's surely going to want to go. Wow, this is intense. This is intense. I need to save fuel again, because that middle part of the circuit is killing the fuel. I had a better lap this time round, but Lewis is still long gone. Right, rich mix for the straight, and then I'm going to have to save fuel. Well, I don't have enough fuel to do rich mix down the straight. That's annoying. Where's Bottas going? He's going up the inside. You have to just try and upbrake him and hold it round the outside. Can we do that? Oh, light touch. Bottas is still there. Bottas is still there. I'm just going to try and run him out if I can. And Bottas goes wide. And we can turn down the fuel now. What an intense race this has been. We've literally been fighting all race just to hold position here. The AI are just super quick. But this is the last lap, so it's the last lap that we have to really fight off angry AI that want to steal our position. And hopefully we can hold on to P2. It's not the win I was hoping for after leading this race, but second place, still a good effort, I think. Right, oh no god, now it's Vettel right behind me. That's not what I wanted to see. Right, maximum focus to the end now. We've got one more straight to go. I think Lewis is just, like I said, Lewis is long gone, and I think is now going to take the win. But who's going to get second? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be Vettel? Is it going to be Bottas? Vettel coming into this as World Championship leader, don't forget. I don't think he will be after this race. In fact, neither of them are anywhere near me. So I think we're pretty safe for P2 here. They're too busy fighting each other, so... Yep, it's going to be P2 then. Lewis Hamilton has won, but we are going to come home to take P2. It's the second place in a row. Not too shabby, but I was really hoping for the win.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track
Jake says Lewis, hashtag blessed. Well, you know, he's got the best fans out there.
These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go.
I had to try and fight off the Mercedes when I was leading, and I just couldn't do it. They're too OP. That's a fair one from Lewis.
We can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the drivers'
I see you out there, best fans. Yeah, anyway, today's your race result then. Lewis Hamilton wins, but I get another second place, so that's not too shabby. First race winner, Sebastian Vettel gets third, Bottas is fourth, then it's Verstappen, then it's Ocon, Magnussen getting seventh. That's a fantastic result for him. Perez gets eighth, and then it's Sainz and Massa rounding out the top 10. Which means to say the standings are now as follows. Vettel is leading on 40 points, then it's Hamilton on 37, I'm on 36, and Bottas lagging behind a bit now on 27. So, those are your current standings, and the constructor standings. Ferrari still lead, but Mercedes take a little bite out of the lead. what will happen next time when we get to China? China? Bahrain. What will happen when we do China again? Yeah, nice one, Joe. Very smooth. But what will happen next time when we come to Bahrain? Join me again for another F1 2017 career mode race tomorrow.